Hey guys, eProf here. Welcome back to a new video. Today I am starting a new series which I call Building Tips with eProf. Basically what I'm going to be doing is teaching you guys how to build different rooms in the house. Well, not just the house, I might do other stuff as well. Like take suggestions, and I'm going to be building pretty much a whole house. I'm going to be going through all the stuff because something a lot of people lack in their builds is like the interiors. So here is a nice interior for a kitchen. It might not be like the nicest, but this is just like what I've built. It's complete with cupboards, oven, crafting bench, we'll get to that in a minute, fridge, more cupboards, a bin, washing machine, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching you guys tips and like throughout the series so you can become a bit of a better builder if you lack in the building department, which I know a lot of people do. And I'm not saying like I'm a good builder, but I'm okay. So yeah, let's begin. First thing that you're gonna know about building a house or whatever is the walls. Here I've got 2 thick walls so that like you can have an interior and an outside. So it's got green outside, so it's like painted, but on the inside we can have like wallpaper kind of stuffing. Oh, also I forgot to mention that if you don't really want to watch the entire video, you just want to skip to see how to build like the oven or whatever, there should be some little links on the screen right now which will take you to that part of the video so you can see how it does, because I do have a variety of different designs for all this stuff, so you can see how to build it. So yeah, like I was saying, you can have wallpaper and that sort of stuff. Inside I have built cupboards which fill up most of the kitchen, because what's a kitchen without storage, right? These cupboards aren't practical, so you probably wouldn't want to waste time with these in survival, but they do work nice in creative. I'll show you how you do this. These aren't quite self-explanatory, but I will show you how to do all that in a minute. The oven sitting there. I do have a crafting bench here because I mean I did want it to make it slightly practical so that it does actually work. A sink complete with plant pot and window so you can look out into the command blocks and stuff. Don't worry about them. Look out into the horizon. Oh, what the hell, when I crouch, oopa oopa, look at my arm, look at my arm. Oh, maybe not, go. Okay, that was a bit random. Don't ask me what this is. I made it to be like a little TV or a radio or something. Doesn't really look like it, but I mean it gives a little bit of detail, so yeah, whatever. I have the little handles on the cupboards which are carpet and iron frames, if you didn't realise, and make it look like it opens up. Here is the fridge. Now this is a fridge design I've been using for a long time, mainly because it actually works, and it works well in survival as well. It's not too hard to build. I mean, in this way I built it with the cupboards, you don't really even need to have an iron block here, but that's what I've got. But if you're building in survival, actually it kind of does, because when you open it, so you'll see what I mean. When you come up to it, you're like, oh, I'm hungry, you click it. Oh, well, I didn't really want better demonstration. No. Yeah, there you go, some salmon, and then you eat it or whatever. What it does is when you press the button, the door opens and it dispenses something out. I mean, in survival or whatever, you wouldn't have rotten food and that sort of stuff in there, but that's for demonstration. But you'd have like your cooked food, so you come up to it and you like click it, get food out, om nom nom, done. Don't ask me why there's no handle on this cupboard either. Like I said, the washing machine with the little white window just to go around. So, that's the worst washing machine impression. Don't ask me why this is twisted either. Don't ask me any questions. I'm joking. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments. The bin. I did have another bin design where I had a hopper and a dropper, and you'd throw it into the dropper, and it would go through into the you'd throw it into the dropper, into the hopper. I'm getting so confused with my words. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologise. You would throw it into the hopper, and it would go through to the dropper, and then onto a cactus, or into lava or something. I need to really get my words out. Can't do anything. So we've done that. Oh, I also added a little breakfast bar because it felt a bit empty in here. So without further ado, let's go on to how to build this stuff. And it is night time, so that's why I did this. Oh, brightness. Alright, so here are, alright, let's line up. Here are the cupboards. These are the ones I used there. This like design with that, like I said. Crafting bench, if you want it to be a bit more practical, but you don't want to just have a random bench anywhere. So I'll put a little cupboard and a thing on it. You can add pressure plates and like carpet and that to give it a bit more character. It does like line it up a little bit. Only problem with round there is, I'll show you, is if I had one there and then I've got like 3 different pressure plates and then here, and it wouldn't go there and it looked really odd. So I just left them out, but you can use them. It does add a little bit more character to it. Dark wood, you can change the type of wood. I mean, there's like loads of new woods now. I don't know how many there is, like 6, I think, different types of wood. The acacia probably would look quite nice in there, that like orange wood. I quite like this wood, like caramel, but that would probably look quite nice as well, and it might match with the oh, actually I can't. Yeah, see, it matches kind of with the inside of the item frame, like that. And you can change like the carpet and that. Here I just have an acacia log on its side. Go away. There you go. Here I have an acacia log on its side, like I said. It does give quite a nice effect if you had them running down, because the grey wool on top, it's sort of the same colour, and it's only like 1 pixel high, but it kind of gives a little bit of distinction. So it's like, that's the worst description for a word ever. Anyway, instead of this, I've got, instead of the grey carpet as a handle, I've got pressure plate here, which makes it seem more like a drawer, like you pull it out or whatever. Here is another practical one, not really as aesthetic as you'd like it to be. It's not really that nice. It's just a chest basically with a little handle, and you could have it like that, I guess, to be like, so you pull the drawer out or something. Black carpet over the top. These are jungle logs on the side. I mean, I don't know. This doesn't even look that nice, really. You can die. So yeah, that's kind of it for the cupboards. I mean, you can kind of mix and match these ideas if you want. Put them different ways. I mean, there are loads of different cupboard designs. Some more practical than others. Some look nicer. Like, I mean, I quite like these ones and that one. The practical ones don't exactly look too good, but they're probably better for survival. If you just want to one up from basic survival to a bit fancier. Alright, let's get it shot. Here we have the fridges. I've got 4 fridge designs, as you can see. Like, most of these are actually really practical because it's probably like looks better. It's one of the only things that look better when they're practical to when they're not, which is like a benefit. Here is the non-practical one, which it still looks quite nice. It would look way better if you could like just stick blocks onto the block without the item frame, because the item frame kind of ruins it. Well, it actually does ruin it, but you can kind of like imagine it's not there and just be like, open the fridge. This fridge here is the one I used in the house. It's the one where you press the button and pop and comes food. Here is a double fridge, which I don't know what the point in this is. I mean, store double food or something. And this one is, oh, this is another non-practical one, but it's kind of like this one, just with a door. You can't open the door. Well, I mean, you could if you wanted. You'd be like, yeah, there you go. But nothing happens. I mean, to be honest, if you were building this into survival, it's kind of no point, because you have to use an extra iron block, where it's probably a lot easier to make a dispenser. So, you get practicality. I don't know what the word is, but with this design compared to this one. So that's why I like the fridges, and they do add like a lot of depth in that. See, like, it brings out the room a bit. It brings out the room a lot. There you go. I really can't speak today. It's probably not the best day to record when your mouth doesn't just want to get words out. Okay, sinks. Here we have sinks. We have 4 different sink designs. So I'll get to that one in a second because that's a bit weird. This is the one I used. Doesn't really have a tap because I quite like the open window On that one it's too deep, so you get like a nice flower pot there to add a little bit more character. But it's too deep, so you can't put a lever on the glass, which is kind of disappointing, but I mean, yeah, fair trade. I quite like that a lot more, because that kind of looks boring because you can't have anything really around here. You don't have like a box above the sink or whatever. Yeah, so this is one with a tap where I've used a tripwire hook. I quite like that because it comes out and down compared to the lever one, which is the most classic one where it just goes straight down. I think this is the more common used one now, because it's a lot better. Oh my god, my voice keeps going. Talking. That's what happens. Alright, so yeah, I mean, pressure plates you can combine. I think I put a pressure plate. I think I used an iron pressure plate, in fact. Yeah, an iron. Oh, I didn't even use stone. I just had wood for a cupboard. Yeah, so you can mix and match all the designs, mix and match. Put a crafting bench next to it if you want. I don't know, that's what this is for. So you can, to kind of inspire you to think of ideas and that. So yeah, I've done this one with the lever, the classic one. An old trick that we used to do was to get like blue or red wool. It's like to indicate hot or cold. Put an item frame behind there and blue wool in there. Oh, it's twisting. But you see it kind of like spazzes out a little bit, which is quite weird because it didn't used to. I'm not quite sure what they've done. They might have pushed the item just in a few pixels or something so that you can't. I am in the latest snapshot, which is 16W something, I don't know. No, 14W06A, I believe. 06B. Yeah. 16W06B. No, 14W06B. Yeah. Oh, shut up now. So I don't know if it'll do it. If you're playing on Minecraft Xbox, I mean, that'll definitely work. I've done it. It looks, or on PS3. It looks really nice. Like to make taps and stuff. This is another sink design. It's actually a hopper. Yeah, that is what it is. And it pipes into the wall where you click it towards the wall. So it kind of does the pipe. Only problem with this one is, one, you can't fill it with water, and two, doesn't really look much like a kitchen sink. It more looks like a bathroom sink. Weird, like the ones where they like, or like that or something. It looks way more like a bathroom sink. So if I do a bathroom video, I'll definitely be using this design because it's a lot nicer than in like that looks quite blocky in a bathroom, where a bathroom's meant to be quite solid or non-solid. And plus, this one, if in a bathroom, it'd be quite lone, so you wouldn't have like a cupboard next to it, most likely. That's just in my experiences, anyway. And last but not least, the ovens. Ovens are something that a lot of people don't really mind about, because just stick that there, done. I don't really care, walk away. But like, you can add a lot more detail. The one I used in the build was this one with the upside down dispenser. I haven't really taught you how to build these, have I, to be honest? I mean, you can kind of see it's not really that hard. If you do, then yeah. This has got an upside down dropper like that, cobblestone wall above it, oven furnace with a pressure plate above it. That's one I quite like that one. That's probably my favourite. This one I came up in the blink of the moment when I was trying to think of some more designs. I do quite like this. It looks quite like a modern design. You could, in fact, I've just thought of this. I'm not sure how it will look, but you know, test it. Do that, and that doesn't look too bad with like the thing underneath it. If you just heard that in the background, please ignore it, because it seems that something's happening and somebody's being really loud and obnoxious. So yeah, this is more a traditional style house, like that sort of stuff. That was the weirdest way to transverse, but yeah. If you have enjoyed this video and it has helped you a little bit, please make sure to hit the like button down below. I will be making more tips and tricks for the rest of houses and different style houses, modern, futuristic, medieval. Oh, I might try and build this house out to be a big old museum of tips and interior decorating tricks. So comment what you want to see down below next. If you want to see how to build a bathroom or a bedroom or whatever, and subscribe. So if I do make your video, your suggested video, you'll know when it comes out. And yeah, I've been eProf and I'm out. See ya.